Indeed, how good it is to sit together, to pray together, to sing together on this Erev Shabbat as we welcome the time to really reflect on the week and to give thanks for our many blessings. Welcome to our many members who are here, visitors and guests alike. We're delighted that you are here with us and hope that you'll actively participate in tonight's service, whether it's your first time here or your 1,001st time here. I want to remind you to check your cell phone and silence it to help preserve the sanctity of our time together here in the chapel. And I know that there are many guests here to celebrate with Zachary and Lexi. We are so delighted to welcome you and celebrate with your family on this Shabbat. To begin, I'd like to invite Zachary and Lexi and their parents, Rebecca and Michael, to the bima to help us kindle the lights of Shabbat. Pages 2 and 3 in the prayer book.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We continue welcoming Shabbat with a special Psalm 95, which can be found on your handout, Lechu Neranena. Come, let us sing in joy. Nahariya mountain to see. Hear our song. Lechu neranena. Yai, lai, 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 lai. L'Adonai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Nahariah. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Letzor Yishenu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. For all of the wonder in all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lechu neranena. Yai, lai, 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 lai. L'Adonai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Nahariah. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Letzor Yishenu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai.
We turn to pages 20 and 21 in our prayer book as we prepare to welcome the Sabbath, and we greet the Sabbath like a bride. So we sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 8, 9. And when we get to 9, we stand as one community and face the entrance of the chapel to welcome the Sabbath into our sacred space. Pages 20 and 21.
Lecha dodi, likrat chala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat chala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Ishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi, likrat chala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat chala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nechad, ki mekor habracha, merosh mikedem hanesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi, likrat chala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat chala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri,
We take a moment now to extend greetings of Shabbat Shalom to one another. Please turn to someone you don't yet know, extend your hand of welcome, and then introduce yourself. We continue back in the prayer book on page 28. Page 28. Continue now on our handout as we have our prayer for evening in the liturgical musical piece, Roll into Dark.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Koreya balayla, kolelor mipnei choshen, kolelor mipnei choshen, vechoshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Varavi.
Page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated, and I invite Lexi Robinson forward to lead us in the Via Havta. The words can be found on page 36. Oh, Zachary. Sorry, Zachary's leading this. Thanks.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We turn now to page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, and that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. We continue on page 40 with Mi Chamocha. Continue at the top of page 44 as we sing together the words Vishamru, our prayer that reminds us the blessing of Shabbat as we keep and preserve it and celebrate becomes in itself a special gift. Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, lasot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Our tefillah prayer, which begins on page 46, links us to the generations of our people, our ancestral fathers and mothers, and asks that as God was a source of strength and blessing to them, that God will also be a source of strength and blessing for us. I now invite Lexi Robinson forward to help lead us in the Amidah. Would you all please rise?
Adonai sifatai tivtach ufia ki techilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Chanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Hasteavot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Izrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav le'oshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mehakel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishene yafar, micha mocha bal hivrot, umido melach, melech memi, umechaye, umatmia Yeshua, v'ne'eman lecha chayo hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shem hakadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehallelu haselah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. We continue together now at the top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. And may all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue now with the beautiful melody of Shalom Rav, our prayer for peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael.
With the beauty of that melody and the words for our prayer for peace, we now continue silently with our own prayers.
Say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen.
We are taught in tradition that Shabbat is supposed to be a taste of the world to come, that it's supposed to be joyous and celebratory, and we know many in our community who are needing that taste, those who are aching for a little bit more joy, more simcha, more peace, a lighter spirit. And so on this Shabbat, as we do each week, we name aloud those who are in need of healing and pray for their healing and recovery. We pray for Bradley Borden, Melba Berman, Jennifer Carey, Michelle Cohen, Richard Dana, Diane Dante, Alan Garber, Sarah James, Lou Kravitz, Barry Kurtz, Lawrence Levy, Robert Mendelson, Greg Orsak, Valerie Pugh, Jenny Sussman, Sarah Weissman, Jean Wilkenfeld, Roger Williams, Chenya Rachel Mindel Bat Aharon V'Tzipora, and all those impacted by the terrible tornadoes just this past week. For all in need of healing and wholeness, we sing this blessing that can be found on page 253 in the middle of the page.
Mi shebeirach avoteinu mekor habracha li'imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We have a very special simcha to celebrate this evening. We have a wedding coming up this weekend, next weekend, which is our beloved Helfman music teacher, Emily Moses, marrying her beloved Ben Boskoff. And to present them first with some special gifts, we have our board presenter, Ivy Frank. We're honored to have you here. And after that, I will give a special blessing at the Ark. So first, Ivy and Emily and Ben, come on up.
Emily and Ben, it is my pleasure on behalf of the entire congregation to wish you and your family Mazel Tov on your upcoming wedding. In honor of this occasion, I present you with 3 gifts. The congregation would like you to have a mezuzah with a kosher scroll to be placed on the doorpost of your home. Each time you pass it, entering and leaving, we hope it will remind you to live your lives by the mitzvot of Judaism. And from our brotherhood, the book On the Doorpost of Our House, a resource that will help you embrace traditions and blessings as you share your lives together. And from our sisterhood, the Sisterhood Cookbook to add flavor, spice, and sweetness to your home. May God bless you both with a long life together filled with mutual love, happiness, and respect. Congratulations. Thank you. And here's your
And now I'm going to ask everyone to rise as we open the Ark. Come stand over here with me. Leave that there. So we want this place, Emmanuel, to be a home for you, a place and a community that provides comfort and support throughout your lives together. We are so excited for you on this sacred journey. Hadon HaKol, ever-living God, we come to the Ark this evening to praise you and to ask your blessing on this bride and groom. We pray that their day of marriage will be a symbol for their whole life. May the love that binds them be strong and lasting. May their hearts be filled with patience, understanding, and sensitivity for one another. And may their home be a mikdash me'at, a small sanctuary built on the foundation of God, Torah, and Israel. We pray that their marriage will fulfill the mitzvah of kiddushin, that they will sanctify themselves and each other with a love that continually makes each more special to the other. May their life be blessed with health, with good fortune, and with courage, and may they find with each other abiding shalom. Mazel tov. Please be seated.
A few announcements. Please remain with us through the end of tonight's service so that we have an opportunity to say Kiddush and Motzi together as a community. This week's challah and wine is provided by Zachary and Lexi's families in honor of their B'nai Mitzvah. I hope that you had an opportunity to pick up a Shabbat handout on your way into the Proler Chapel this evening. Please make note of the following upcoming events within our community. Additional information on each of these happenings can be found in the handout. This Sunday, we hope you'll join us for a special social action project with our longtime partner, the Emergency Aid Coalition. It's not too late to RSVP. More information is in the handout. Count Me In bags are available in our lobby. Help to brighten a child's Hanukkah by taking a bag and filling it with gifts and returning it to the synagogue by Friday, November the 11th. Finally, invitations have gone out for our EE75 Ever Forward celebration. We cannot wait to celebrate our 75 years with you on Saturday, November 16th at 7 p.m. We hope you plan to join us. Few know her name, Regina Jonas. She was born in Berlin in the summer of 1902. She likely began learning Torah and Hebrew early in life from her father, and went on to become a teacher, as was common for women in that time. Discontent with her professional path, Regina enrolled in the Hochschule für die Wissenschaft des Judentum, Berlin's Academy for the Science of Judaism. Successful in her studies, Regina graduated as an academic teacher of religion. With aspirations of becoming a rabbi, she wrote a thesis on the topic, "Can a woman be a rabbi according to halachic sources?" Regardless of the fact that her thesis demonstrated that based on Jewish authoritative sources, she should be ordained, her Talmud professor refused her ordination because she was a woman. This led her to Rabbi Leo Back, the leader of German Jewry, who also refused her because, and I quote, "The ordination of a female rabbi would cause massive intra-Jewish communal problems with the Orthodox rabbinate in Germany." Finally, on December 27, 1935, Regina Jonas was the first woman to be ordained a rabbi. She was ordained by the liberal rabbi Max Dienemann, who was the head of the Liberal Rabbis Association of Offenbach am Main. While Rabbi Jonas wanted to be a pulpit rabbi, she worked as a chaplain in various Jewish social institutions. The realities of Nazi Germany and persecution meant that Rabbi Jonas could never hold services in a synagogue. And even when ordered into forced labor, Rabbi Jonas continued her rabbinical work, teaching and leading services wherever she could. On November 5, 1942, Rabbi Jonas was arrested by the Gestapo and deported to Theresienstadt, where she continued to work as a rabbi. She was a key figure in helping to build a crisis intervention service to help other Jews survive the terror of the camps by helping to prevent suicide attempts. Specifically, Regina would meet the trains as they arrived at the station and help newly transported deportees cope with the shock and disorientation of leaving their home communities. Rabbi Jonas worked at Theresienstadt for 2 years, which included teaching and giving lectures. On October 14, 1944, Shabbat Breshit, at the age of 42, Rabbi Regina Jonas was deported to Auschwitz, where she was murdered by the Nazis. I tell her story on this Shabbat, Shabbat Breshit, the day we mark as her yahrzeit, the last day we have a living record of her. And while most of us have never heard her name, her legacy is rich with surviving lectures that disseminate her teaching, programs inspired by her role as the first woman to be ordained a rabbi, and continued honors and memorials dedicated to preserving her memory. Her legacy is a model of courage and tenacity she showed in the pursuit of the rabbinate and the compassion and care that she showed to so many while herself imprisoned. Also on this Shabbat, we observe the first yahrzeit of those shot and killed in Pittsburgh at the Tree of Life Synagogue. Like Rabbi Regina Jonas, each had a story, a life, important work, and passions that drove them and connected them to the world. Each had family and friends whose hearts remained broken and lives upended. Each is beautifully and powerfully remembered and achingly missed from our physical world. On this Shabbat, as we begin reading the Torah again, we're reminded of the cycle of life, of yearly rhythms, of beginnings, even as we so palpably experience endings and remembrances. It is a strange paradox on this Shabbat. As we open Breshit, we read, Breshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, there was nothing. Tohu vavohu, chaos and disorder. And from that, God creates and orders and sets and makes living things and beings fill the world. And on this Shabbat, as we remember Rabbi Regina Jonas and Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Bernice Simon, Sylvan Simon, Daniel Stein, Melvin Wax, and Irving Younger, and so many others, we realize that their deaths undid the order of so many worlds, worlds that were shifted back into a state of chaos and darkness because of hatred and violence. We read about the promise of new beginnings in the Torah. We start our learning once more with the poignant reminder that life is too short, can end at a moment's notice, and is ultimately not in our control. I think we can glean an important lesson from this paradox and from the ever-radiating lights of Regina Jonas and those killed at Tree of Life. Like the words of Torah that we read again and again, year after year in never-ending succession, a life of learning, a life of teaching, of prayer, of vibrant living, and of loving, has the real power to regenerate and offer ever-enduring messages of inspiration, guidance, and hope long after they have ended. And this is most true when, like with Torah, we intentionally reflect on that life over and over again. The lessons of our parents and grandparents, the ability to laugh and enjoy like they once did, the little funnies, that look they used to give us. When we open and reopen the book of their memories, we find a rich treasure that remains with us, that the best way of honoring their memory is to live as they would have lived, and the power of doing so enhances our lives as well. On this Shabbat, as we start our Torah reading again with Bereshit, and remember those who have died and left a powerful and lasting imprint on our hearts and our lives, may we be inspired to renew our own dedication to living thoughtful, charitable, kind, morally grounded lives that will inspire and shape the ever-renewing messages of Torah and memories of lives well lived. Amen. We turn back in our prayer books to page 282. Page 282. At the bottom of the page, you'll find the words to Emanu l'shabeach. As the ark is open, would you all please rise?
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 287. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Page 288. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, our hearts go out in sympathy to the family of Diane Garber, who died just in recent days. And we lovingly remember those who died at this season in years past, whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of their death, falls on this Shabbat. Morris Abramczyk, Betty Arsham, Mickey Ash, Irving Meyer Axelrod, Rose Axelrod, Joseph Barish, Bertha Clark Becker, Charles Berman, Zella Batensky, Lily Bluestein, David Boslow, Inez Brinkman, Ira Brown, Anita Bruno, Ronald D. Cohen, Esther T. Cohn, Monroe Korn, Jules Dante, Gwendolyn Davis, Gus Eden, Melvin M. Engel, Sherry F. Epstein, Don Ernstein, Joan Marion Feingold, Harold Fisher, Beatrice E. Friedberg, Alan J. Friedman, Boyce Jenikoff, Rudolph W. Gleisner, Rose Goldfarb, Etta Lewis Gordon, Herbert Gordon, Gertrude Hartig, Julius M. Israel, Max Jaffe, Ann Jagoda, Rabbi Regina Jonas, Dee Dee Daly Khan, Milton Herschel K., Sam Keeper, Alexander Kyriakova, Randolph Albert Claff, Nathan J. Klein, Ida Krug, Bob A. Crute, Morris Laser, Harry Lenski, Norma Levine, Hannah Ray Levine, Maurice Levitt, Moselle Jacobs Levy, Sylvia Lichtenstein, Saul B. Lieberman, Samuel Ralph Lipp, Sandra Littell, Dorothy Dot Benjamin London, Maurice Gross Mann, Lee Michael Mike Mendelowitz, Ann P. Myers, Morris Miller, Shelley Miller, William K. Nemzen, Sarah Lack Orr, Vanessa Perez, Jean Lott Radinsky, Nathan Reisner, Gerald Rauch, Sophia Rao, Minnie Rawitcher, Betty Rosenblatt, Abe C. Rosenthal, Molly Rosenzweig, Gisela Rodersman, Irene Salzberg, Helen Weintraub Sandler, Isidore Schaefer, Harry Schlesinger, Molly Schlesinger, Martin Moore Schwartz, Gloria Schwartz, Rosalind J. Selsky, Elizabeth Sheldon, Elvin S. Siff, Zelilak Silverman, Fanny Samolanova Smirnova, Jack Robert Smith, Louis S. Smith, Sadie Reinke Smith, Joe Sondak, Molly Chapin Sondak, Melvin Sondak, Ida Spector, Rose Maislin Spector, Ronald Schukarp, Robert Swerdlow, Israel Tunitsky, Thomas Turpey Sr., Ben Ute, Henry Wittenberg, Ernest M. Wright Jr., Rusty Zainfeld, and the 11 killed in the Pittsburgh Tree of Life shooting last year. With grief and sympathies mingled, we turn to page 294 to the words of Kaddish, and we rise together as one community. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach leolam olamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha brihu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imrama, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen.
I now invite Zachary and Lexi back to the bima with their cousins Isaac and Penelope. Please join us for Kiddush and Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kadsho, be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'charta, v'tanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Have a seat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Our closing song tonight, Shalom Aleichem, can be found in your books on page 323. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, our God, God of our mothers and our fathers, on this Shabbat as we begin reading a Torah again, inspire us by the lessons of those who taught us how to live with courage and strength. O God, we ask for your blessings in words that are ancient and hallowed by time. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's presence shine down upon you, be very sweet and gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's goodness and blessing be turned to you always and grant you the best blessing of all, the blessing of peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.